Today, I'm going to let my subscribers create me a FiveM server. After my last video where I let ChatGPT make my FiveM server, all you guys have been suggesting is to let you, the viewer, make the FiveM server. So that's what we're going to do. So many of you on that video were suggesting that instead of using ChatGPT, let's use Claude AI. So first of all, that's going to be the first suggestion I'm going to be using from you guys. We're going to be trying to use Claude AI to help us make the FiveM server. Now, instead of making the whole FiveM server, I'm going to let it pick a couple of things, maybe a script, and first of all, we're going to let it pick the FiveM server name. Okay, so here we go. I asked it, pick me a FiveM server name, and it's given us a list of a few. And I have to say, it was pretty quick. Sometimes ChatGPT is a little bit slow. This was actually, in my opinion, a bit quicker, but here we go. We've got a list, and I'm going to ask it to pick one in particular, and that's the one we're going to go with. There we go. It suggested that we're going to use the RP server name, Eclipse Gaming. So that's what we're going to do. The next thing is we're going to be doing the next suggestion and setting up the FiveM server. So earlier in the month, I put out a little Google Forms asking you guys to give me some suggestions on setting up a FiveM server. And I'm going to pick from each one of those responses, and I'm also going to pick from some of the comments. But the first response that I got was to set up a FiveM server, the base FiveM server, using my HTNetwork FiveM Server package. So that is exactly what we're going to do. And because 80% of you on that Google Forms voted to do a QB-Core based server, we're going to be using the HTNetwork QB-Core Platinum Pro. So I'm going to get this and we're going to set up FiveM server using this. And it'll actually give us a pretty good base. So whoever suggested that, pretty good idea. Okay, so here we go. I've got the package open on my VPS and I'm going to set up the FiveM server using this package to give us a good base. And then we'll go on to the rest of your suggestion. Okay, so we've successfully set up a FiveM server using the QB-Core Platinum Pro package. We've got a good little base here. We've got quite a lot of mods in here, over 100 or so. And now we're going to be using the next suggestion from you from the Google Forms. And that is going to be this guy right here. Strawberry Gardens free Legion Square map mod. Looks pretty cool, right? It's going to be a good little addition to our server. And this was suggested to us in the Google Forms. So we're going to install this into our server and we're going to then move on to the next comment suggestion and we'll also see what it looks like in game. Okay, so we've installed that map mod into our FiveM server. So I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to load up and we're going to see this first mod that we've installed using you guys' suggestions. Let's see what it's like. Okay, so this first mod that we added in, that was suggested by one of you guys, it didn't go very well. It turns out this mod is pretty much broken and corrupted. As soon as you try to load into the FiveM server and as soon as it tries to actually load that map mod, it literally breaks the game. I'm not sure if this is because it's an old script or something, but it literally doesn't work. So I think our next move is to probably move on to the next suggestion. Okay, so one of the next suggestions from you guys in the YouTube comments was actually to install some custom weapons. Since we haven't actually done that in some of the servers where we've got AI to do and make the server, since AI always seems to skip it. So one of you guys asked me to install some custom weapon mods. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to install a custom M4A1, Glock 17, X26 Taser, and Remington 870 shotgun. Definitely going to be, you know, a bit better to have some custom guns in our FiveM server. Okay, so we've installed our custom guns here. We've got all the guns, the shotgun, the Glock, the assault rifle, and the taser. So let's load it into game and let's see if we can actually use these custom guns. Okay, so we loaded in game, but we are going to need to create a character, and I don't really know what to call the character. So I think it's going to be a job of the Claude AI again that you guys suggested. So let's go into the AI and let's see if it can create us a character. Okay, here we go. So I asked it to give me a FiveM character with the name, first and last, and the country and the date of birth. And here we guys go. So we've got a FiveM character called Marcus Blackwood from Canada, and he is 32 years old, born on the 17th of March, 1992. It's also given us a little bit of a background on the character, so that's pretty cool. I guess you could always come to here and use Claude for your FiveM server characters if you want to, so it's a pretty good suggestion from you guys here. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our character, load in game, and let's actually see if we can get these custom weapon mods to spawn. So I've spawned as much as I could in. For some reason, the carbine rifle didn't want to spawn in. I'm not entirely sure why, so I guess maybe that just doesn't work. But we have got the shotgun here, and we've got the pistol. So if we press 4, we should be able to see our custom Remington shotgun. And yeah, I mean, that looks pretty custom. That is not the standard GTA shotgun. It does look pretty cool. Maybe if we go in first person here. Yeah, look at that. That's actually a pretty cool gun mod, to be fair. And also, we have got the combat pistol. So if we go into our player slot 5 here, we should be able to use the combat pistol. So it doesn't seem to have pulled out. Let's try to press it again. Here we go. Now we're actually pulling out the pistol. Yeah, and that actually looks 100 times better than the normal GTA 5 pistol. We've actually got a Glock pistol. This looks pretty cool, to be fair. And if we go, yeah, here we go, guys. That actually looks pretty sick. So whoever suggested that, that's actually a pretty cool mod. Okay, so the next one of you guys' ideas was to install a custom admin menu. And the admin menu you guys said was the PS admin menu. So I have actually used some PS scripts before. Project Sloth is sort of like an alternative framework which works with Cubicle, so it's pretty cool. And we actually don't need to install any dependencies because Cubicle already comes installed with OXlib, and that's pretty much all it needs. So it should be pretty easy and relatively simple to install. So let's install this and let's see how good an admin menu this is, since we do really already have two with Cubicle and TXAdmin. So maybe this is a pretty good idea, maybe it's not, we'll see. Okay, so I've installed this now. I did have to change some things around. Like, for example, it was using OX Fuel by default. We changed it to Threat Fuel Source now, which is the one that Cubicle uses. Also had to change some keys around and configure it properly to work, I think. But I think we should be good to load in game now and sort of see what this is like. Okay, so we've loaded in game, and for some reason when I first joined the game, even though our admin perms were clearly set up right, because literally in the last clip we were using the admin menu, the PS admin menu was not configured right at all. If you look in the README, it tells you that all you need to do is set your perms to admin, and by default, that is by using the group admin in your server.cfg. Every time I tried to load in the game and I tried to use the script, for some reason it would not work and it would say I was not an admin. So I had to change it from group.admin to cubicle.admin in the server.cfg, then restart my game, even though it literally doesn't say this at all in the README. And if you guys also look on the forums on this page where the mod author, PS, I assume, uploaded it, he literally didn't help anyone. Everyone was having this exact same issue because his README instructions were wrong, and they literally didn't help anyone. But all you needed to do was change your group permissions from group.admin to cubicle.admin, and then it works. But so if we do the /admin command now, instead of the cubicle one, it actually gives us the PS admin one. And there are quite a few options. You can ban players, you can change weather. I mean, in all fairness, it's really, really similar to the cubicle admin menu, but there are a few more things in here, like you can give them like a car and give them money, which is a bit more difficult to find in the normal one, so it's not too bad. You can remove money and stress, so it's pretty cool. I'd definitely say it's probably an improvement upon the cubicle one, and especially considering it's free, you know, I wouldn't complain. You can even stop and start scripts from here, so it's not really too bad. You can also see our character here, and we've also got staff chat. So yeah, I'd say if you guys wanted to install this, it's a pretty good suggestion. Also gives you chords. So yeah, I'd say it's a pretty cool script really, but the lack of support from the actual mod creator pretty much sucks, especially considering that there are so many people having this issue. So if this guy is watching it, please update that. Okay, so the next suggestion from one of you guys on the Google Forms I put out was to add some Mercedes, BMWs, and some Porsches, and that any would work. So that's going to be pretty simple. So I've gone straight to the GTA 5 mods website, and I've searched by FiveM. So now we're going to go through, and I'm going to find you some BMWs. There's already one here, some Mercedes, and some Porsches, and we'll install them into the game. And pretty much we have a server created by you guys, the viewer, which is pretty cool. Okay, and done. I've installed 2 of each. We've got 2 BMWs, we've got 2 Porsches, and 2 Mercedes. For some reason, there were hardly any Porsches on the actual GTA 5 mods website, which is pretty crazy considering the amount of hype around a GT3 RS, but I did find a law-friendly, but granted pretty much, in quotations, a GT3 RS. So let's load in game, and let's spawn in all these vehicles at once, and let's see this server that you guys created. Okay, and we've loaded in game, and I've spawned in all the cars that you told me to add, and here you guys go. It's actually a pretty cool lineup of cars. We've got the Mercedes, we've got the BMWs, we've got the Porsches. Granted, this one's pretty interesting. I don't really know what that is, and hopefully you can disable it in the extras, but I'm not too bothered for now. We've got a pretty sick lineup of cars here. Even the brand new, like this literally came out like a day ago, of the M5. So that's pretty cool. I'm thinking that we do a number 2 of this video. So if you guys want to see that, then be sure to comment down below your ideas for the next FiveM server setup video. Maybe we'll add to this server, or if you guys want, we'll set up a completely different server using all of your comments down below in this video. So if you want to be featured, be sure to comment down below your suggestion, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video.